Hey, how are you guys doing? Give me a second to double check to make sure that I am live everywhere that I want to be live. I did want to hop on here and have a conversation about that nasty email that I posted the other day. I wanted to have a conversation with you guys about that. And so, as you guys come in, of course, say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff. Let me know what type of coach you are. Let me know where in the world you were tuning in from so that I know who's on this live. And so, you guys, with this particular live, I do want you guys to share this out. I do want you guys to tag some other coaches in this, especially those your Christian female coaches. Because this particular lab, all my lives are actually talking to Christian coaches, but for this particular one, I think it's important for us to have this conversation that we're going to have in a few minutes. So definitely share out, definitely tag some people. And so those of you that are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who are looking to create their next $30,000 to $50,000 in 90 days. I'm also a TV and radio show host. So we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. Thanks so much, Lanita, for tagging. Thanks. And so I think those are all my church announcements. So I like to call those my church announcements, give you guys some time to get on here, give me some time to share out and everything. You guys, thank you so much for tagging people on this. And so you guys, like I said, yes, my audience, you guys are Christian female coaches. And so this right here, if you did not see my post, I think I posted this yesterday, day before yesterday. And hey. And so, you guys, I wanted to just have this conversation. Once again, I'm talking to Christians on this right here. So, if you didn't get a chance, I'm going to read the email. But if you didn't get a chance, just scroll on my timeline, and you'll see the email. It was a screenshot, so it was a screenshot of two different two different messages. And so, and I share with you guys my story all the time of me starting out. So, I've been in the online space as a business strategist for the past 4.5 years. And, I always tell people, where I am right now is I didn't start here. Like, I had to build to get to this space. And so my goal is to help you guys to, not have it where it takes you 4 years to create a financially successful coaching business. Like, that's my goal, to help you guys to be able to achieve that. And so I'm always very transparent about my journey and what it took for me to get here. And so, like I said, if you missed that particular post that I put out, so when I first started in the online space, one of the things I was doing, or within a few months of me starting in the online space, because my schedule was so crazy, because I was literally traveling 1 to 6 days a week, I had to figure out a way to do lead generation. And so for me, one of my strategies was to do webinars. Like, that's what I was doing. So, of course, get people onto a webinar that allows me to have more people on. And so that was really before live became as popular as it is. Like, that's right when lives were starting to pick up. And so I would do these webinars. And so at that point, I think I was doing like webinars twice a week. I think that's what I was doing. And so the very first webinar I ever did, and you guys, how you could test out the tech. Like, I did everything to test out the tech. I sent links to other people. Hey, see if you can get on here. I had tested all that stuff. And so one part to the particular platform that I was using, they recommended that you use Chrome. And so even in the email, I said in the email, it is best if you were using Chrome. And so, so do this, the webinar, and there were technical issues. There were glitches. So people, if they didn't read the email, they didn't see the note about using Chrome. And so, I shared in that post one email that I received. So I did that. I remember I did that webinar. The first one was on November the 2nd, 2016. Of course, that, during that time, I had a memory, because the other post that I had, which was the person that had a really good review, I had posted that. Back then, I did not post this particular email. I didn't post it. But this person sent the email the night of the webinar. And so that person was like, "Hi, Beverly, just a quick email to let you know." Well, he did it the next day. I'm sorry. Or that person did the next day. So just a quick email to let you know that I tried to attend your webinar yesterday. It did not go well. I never got to hear anything, and the visual display was spotty at best. And that is me being very kind in my assessment of how it went. It was pure torture. I tried to reconnect several times. That also did not work. So after 30 minutes, I pulled the plug and logged out and called it a night. What happened is equal to the kiss of death for an online marketer in my book. I am now done. Best of luck moving forward. It will, however, be without me. And so that was that person's message to me. So that person felt moved enough in their spirit to send this email to let me know how that person felt about that about that webinar. And so you guys, like I said, when I'm not gonna lie, when I initially got that email, it stung. I'm like, well, because like I said, I'm in the midst of trying to figure out what happened. I'm all upset because, it didn't go as planned. So now I'm sending out these emails letting people know, hey, I apologize. Here's a copy of the recording if you weren't able to get on. So that was the remedy. And so the crazy thing is, if you look at the post, I had a post there, and that same webinar, which was experienced by a completely different person. So this person said, I am grateful to Beverly Walthour for the timely webinar, How to Plan, Launch, and Grow an Online Business. That helped me with my marketing for the remainder of 2016. And so this person felt compelled to leave a public, because she left it on my business page. So she left. So she felt stirred in her spirit to leave it on my business page, like leave it as, a public post. And so, you guys, this is what I want to talk to us about as Christian female coaches. First and foremost, the first person that had that nasty email, first of all, it was a male. I've never, ever, ever marketed my services to men. Like I've always said, females, female entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs. So one of my first thoughts was, this wasn't even for you anyway. Like after I got over the initial shock that you were rude enough to actually take your time, open up your email and type this stuff out. So I'm like, well, first of all, it wasn't for you anyway. You're not my target market. So you guys, first of all, as Christian female coaches, that's why I harp on my clients, like my clients. And one of the first activities we do is you getting clear on who it is that you serve. So you want to be crystal clear on who it is that you serve. So many of you guys are running around here trying to serve everybody, and everybody is not your ideal client. You're not designed to serve everybody in your business. Everybody is not designed to read your book. Those of you that are authors and you're like, well, this book is for everybody. No, it's not. There should be a specific audience that your books are for. Just because a person can read does not make them a fit audience for your book. Okay, so once again, that's why I'm so specific on serving my people. As a matter of fact, that person was one of the catalysts that I used to help me, the way that I craft and talk about my ideal clients. He was one of the reasons why, because I wanted to make sure that I was specific and super clear on who my services are for. So the same thing, you guys, you need to be clear on who it is that you want to serve in your business, and then being okay with serving those people and knowing that that means you're going to have to exclude some people. It is okay. It is okay for you to do that. So like I said, one, I'm like, you're not my ideal client. That was the first thing. The second thing, this person took it upon himself to say to me that this is the kiss of death for online marketers. And for some of you guys, you're listening to the words of people that you don't need to listen to. That's the other part to my 6-figure framework is you partnering with God. It is so important for you to know who God called you to serve. That is why it's important, because this person to put their mouth on my business, to say that this is the kiss of death for online marketers. And so my thing is, if I were to listen to a person versus what God told me to do in my business, I probably wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you guys about this incident that happened 4 years ago. But because I was clear on who I served, one, and two, whose I was and who God told me to serve, that's why I'm so passionate when I talk to some of you guys and you're doing coaching. I'm like, why are you doing that? Well, because this coach told me to do it, because they said in order for me to make money, this is what I need to do. That's a bunch of baloney. What did God tell you to do? And so that's why I'm always saying, having conversations with God, meeting with God on a daily basis in your business, because if you're not careful, especially in this online space, it is so easy for you to get off track. It is so easy for those voices to get you off track if you are not careful. And so once again, but this is the other part. The other part to this is, for some of you guys, you know where that voice is coming from? It's coming from you. You are the voice that's discouraging yourself. You are the voice that's talking louder than God. You are the voice that's discouraging yourself. So once again, you may have put something out there and it didn't work the way that you thought that it would. And now you're second guessing yourself. Now you're questioning yourself. Now you're wondering if this is what God told you to do. So sometimes that other voice is you. Sometimes it is external, but sometimes it's internal. So you guys have to be really careful about the voices that you're listening to and questioning the source of where it's coming from. So like I said, for two people to sit on that webinar that I did and have two completely different experiences. And so you guys, I'm telling you, listen to your own voice. So like I said, was there a book that you put out there and it didn't make the sales that you thought that it would? Is there a program that you put out there and you did not sell it the way that you thought that you would? Did you open up a Facebook group and there's nobody in there? Are you trying to grow your list? Are you trying to promote your services? Are you trying to do this interview? Are you trying to get on this stage and it's not looking the way that you thought? And now you're speaking these things into your spirit. And like I said, question, okay, well, God, maybe this isn't what you really told me to do. Well, God, I know what you said. I know you told me I'm going to have this business, but maybe it's not. All of this stuff. So like I said, those internal and those external voices, you need to be really careful. That's that other piece of why I'm always harping, even those of you that did that challenge last week. You guys got to see the importance of being surrounded by other believers in business. So once again, what's your support system? Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? That's the question. And so once again, for myself, like I said, was that a good email to get? No. But like I said, I didn't completely dismiss them in the sense of, okay, that just means I got to make sure, with technology, making sure I have my disclaimers out there, but also for myself, because he beat me up enough in the emails to where I was like, oh, it ain't even enough room for me to beat myself up, because he did it enough for the both of us. And the thing is, I responded back to his email. And I said, thank you so much for your feedback. I apologize that you did not have a pleasant experience. You take care. And I left it at that. But you guys, I'm telling you. So like I said, that's why a lot of what I do in my business and how I do business derived from that situation. Once again, just that importance of partnering with God, that importance of having other believers in business, that importance of you being clear on who it is that you serve and why you serve those people, and everybody else, if they don't fit that category, that is fine. It is fine. And knowing and trusting God, that God has someone else for those people to be served by. So knowing that you're not called to serve everybody. So like I said, with that situation, it just triggered so many things. So like I said, you being crystal clear on who you serve and how you're supposed to serve it, you being crystal clear on hearing from what God told you to do. Like I said, God gave some of you guys a big vision. You shared that vision with someone else. Like I said, probably more than likely not even a believer. I'm gonna tell you like that, probably not even a believer. They said something that made you start doubting what God told you and what God showed you. So now you're walking around questioning, like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't actually be doing this, or maybe I shouldn't actually be charging this price. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe. And like I said, the thing is, now you're getting out of alignment with what it is that God told you to do. So who are you going to choose to listen to? And then, like I said, a lot of times it's you. Is that your own internal, because things didn't work out the way that you thought that it would. So I when that memory popped up in my feed, I was like, just imagine if I would have listened to him. Just imagine if I would have said, well, you know what? He's been in this space longer than me. He did say this is probably gonna be the kiss of death. What if I would have shut things down? So those of you that are on the verge and the edge of wondering if you're supposed to shut it down, and if you're supposed to quit, and if you're supposed to give up, did God tell you to do that? Did God tell you to shut it down? Did God tell you to quit? Did God tell you to give up? If the answer is no, then you need to keep going, because there are people out there that need to be served. And the only people that can serve them to the level that they need is you. So that means you have to show up. So are there other coaches out there that do what you do? Yes. I don't know of any coach that is not a coach out there that does something either what you do or similar to what you do. But the thing is, you are the person that's called to them to help them to get the level of transformation that they've been designed to have. So even if they partner with another coach, they may get some results, but they're not going to get that level of transformation. That is the part that you need to keep in mind. Will they be able to get the level of transformation that they were called and designed to have? And so, you guys, the one thing that I always keep in my mind, there is no condemnation in Christ. There is no condemnation in the kingdom. So if I am constantly beating myself up, if I'm constantly having the same conversation, replaying my mistakes, replaying what happened and what went wrong and what didn't go right and all that stuff, if I am constantly doing that, that's not of God. That's not of God, and that's not from God. So if it's not of God and from God, who is it from? Who is it from? Is it the enemy now allowing you to be in that space, in that place of condemnation? Because he knows if he has you in that space and in that place, that means you are not operating fully in everything that God has for you. You are not operating in that level of confidence that God has created you to operate in. That means that you are not supporting the people that God has called you to serve. You guys, I'm telling you, I am telling you, I am telling you, I am telling you. So, like I said, for me, having that memory pop up, and like I said, seeing two completely different people, one person who was my ideal client, the other person wasn't even my ideal client. I'm like, dude, where'd you come from? But once again, having that clarity, being confident, knowing that, like I said, I'm not, and you guys, you hear me say this all the time, I'm not the coach for everybody, and I am okay with that. I am okay. If I can't support you, I know some other coaches that'll be able to support you. I have a community of over 2,000 coaches. If I can't help you, somebody else will. I promise you that. And so, like I said, being surrounded by other believers in business, that is huge. Look at your circle. Check your circle. If you don't have a circle, get one. Bill, where can I find one? Go over there and join highly successful Christian female coaches and consultants. Go over there and join us in highly successful Christian female coaches and consultants. Your community is somewhere. If you don't see it in the online space, go create it. If there is something that God is telling you to do and showing you to do and you don't see it, go create it. That's what I had to end up doing. I had to go create it. I'm like, God, I don't see what it is you said I'm supposed to have. So go build it yourself. So Crystal said, when am I doing the challenge again? I won't do it again until 2021. So it'll probably be about February of 2021. Yeah, somewhere around February. So you guys, I'm telling you. So like I said, that email, once again, it in the moment. And remember, I'm always talking about saying this to you guys. When you're in the midst of the thing, it doesn't feel good when you're in the midst of the thing. But when God brings you out on the other side of that thing, knowing that you were supposed to use that experience to now help and support other people. So like I said, that's why I'm so vocal about partnering with God. That's why I'm so vocal about your circle. That's why I'm so vocal about who you serve and how you serve them. So your offer, that's why I'm so vocal about how you're pricing your services, how you're showing up, all of that stuff. Because like I said, if you're not careful, you're going to allow your own negative thoughts or the thoughts of other people, the words of other people, to keep you in a space or hold you in a space that you were never designed to be in. And so, like I said, I just wanted to hop on here and share that experience and kind of talk a little bit more because I saw all the comments and everything that people had for that particular post. And so I wanted to hop on here and kind of talk to you guys about what I learned from that experience. And once again, for a lot of you guys, when you were in that situation, it did not feel good. But now, how can you use what you learned from that situation to now support other people? How can you use that? And then when you figure it out, get out there and support your people. Get out there and support your people. So you guys, that's all that I have right now. Like I said, I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on that nasty email that I got. And like I said, definitely, it was a huge learning experience. But once again, it was learning experiences for the better. And so once again, just those experiences from that particular email, like I said, you partnering with God, you being in alignment with what God told you to do. So like I said, when that person said that was the kiss of death, that's not what my God told me. My God didn't tell me that was the kiss of death. That's not what he said. That was what man said. God didn't tell me that. So poo-poo on your kiss of death. Hey, go on and do what you need to do. So once again, you being in alignment with what it is that God told you about your business, you holding on fast, hard to those promises that he's shown you in his word, making sure his word is in alignment, making sure you're in alignment with what he says to you in his word. Also having other believers in business around you. So when you do have a situation like that, you don't shut down. You're able to share it, and they're able to help you put they're ready to put on their little boots and put their Vaseline on. Like who we about to go fight? Who we about to go fight? Because he don't know. He don't know he messing with a child of God. He don't know. And you guys, like I said, and then definitely you being crystal clear on who it is that you serve. So when you run across somebody, for those of you, like I said, running across people like, oh my gosh, I can't afford that. Oh my God, wow, sis. Oh, sis, hold on, sis. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was only going to be 50 cents. And when you run across someone that's not your ideal client, because once again, part of your ideal client persona is the fact that they have a way of paying you. So when you run across someone that doesn't have the funds, and not only do that, and you guys, there are some people who may legit not have the funds, but you know what? They will figure out a way. They may not be able to do it right then and there, but they will figure out a way. They're not going to come at you asking you to lower your prices, trying to manipulate you, trying to guilt trip you. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to be like, okay, well, I don't have it right now. What can I do in the meantime? That's your ideal client that doesn't have the funds at the moment, but they're going to try to figure out a way to get the funds. But those others that are coming to you, oh, I didn't know. Oh my goodness, all that stuff. Like I said, the guilt and the manipulation, that's not your ideal client. And once again, you have to be crystal clear with that and recognize that. Recognize it. The whole 50 cent. Uh-huh. And so you guys, like I said, that is the thing. That is the thing. Yes, 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 yes. And so you guys, I'm telling you, those were the three main lessons that I got out of that particular email, out of that whole situation. And so you guys, that's all that I have. Of course, if you have questions for me of how I can support you specifically, please feel free to reach out to me so that we can talk about how I may be able to support you. Also, the doors to round 3 of my fully booked intensive, my 90-day accelerator, my revenue accelerator program. We are officially opening the doors to round 3. So my revenue accelerator, that's the one for those of you that want to generate your next $30,000 to $50,000 in 90 days. So once again, round 3 to my revenue accelerator, those doors are open. They have opened up. So right now I'm having conversations with people that were in my challenge. And then after Friday, I'm going to start having broader conversations. So those of you that are in my group, you'll see more and more content about my accelerator. You'll see me more and more in your inbox. Like, hey, do you want it? Do you want it? Yes or no? Okay. So you guys, like I said, if you have not seen information about my accelerator, check my banner. Check the banner on my personal page. All the information is there. Our next round 3, starts in January. So like I said, that is my 90-day accelerator program for those of you that want to generate your next $30,000 to $50,000 in 90 days. So you will hear more and more from me over the next month and a half about my accelerator. And so there are 15 spaces. Actually, one of those spaces is already taken. Like I said, I'm already having conversations with people. So one of those spaces is already taken. So if you've been seeing me, you've been in my space for a while, and you've seen round 1 of the accelerator and you let it pass, you've seen round 2 of the accelerator and you let it pass, round 3 is for you. So you guys, like I said, definitely we will continue this conversation. But like I said, I wanted to hop on here, explain that email a little bit more. So you guys, I pray you have an amazing rest of your day. Once again, if you have specific questions of how I can support you, please reach out to me so that we can have a conversation. If I can't support you, then I will definitely connect you with another coach that can. So you guys have an amazing rest of your evening. And you guys, I will see you on the other side of this live. Take care, take care, take care.